가리키는 한 방향으로만 손골을 내대고 나아가는
World War III, U.S. fires ominous warning to North Korea. We are ready to fight tonight. Donald Trump's military will continue to back its South Korean allies and maintain a strong stance against Kim Jong-un's nuclear-armed North, Washington has vowed. In a show of strength against Kim's regime, U.S. and South Korean commanders met on board the flagship of the U.S. 7th Fleet today to warn the despot they are ready to fight tonight. The warning comes during an unprecedentedly grave security situation on the Korean peninsula as the Allies wrap up 5 days live-fire drills at sea, exercises unpredictable Kim has labeled a rehearsal for war. North Korea has continued to provoke the West by testing nuclear weapons as well as long-range ballistic missiles, raising fears of World War III breaking out in the region. And today, Senator Bob Corker warned the president was taking the U.S. on a path to combat with his approach to the rogue state. General Jang Ki-yong-do, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and U.S. Forces Korea Chief General Vincent Brooks met aboard the massive aircraft carrier USS Ronald Reagan. The Yonhap news agency reports General Jang Ki-yong-do as saying, amid an unprecedentedly grave security situation, the deployment of Ronald Reagan and its carrier strike group to the Korean peninsula and their joint exercise with South Korea is part of the increased deployment of U.S. strategic assets here. It must have been a strong warning to North Korea. It comes as Donald Trump imposed new tougher sanctions on North Korea for its continued nuclear weapons program. The bill passed by Congress also honors U.S. student Otto Warmbier who died following his detention by Kim Jong-un's regime. Republican Representative Kevin McCarthy said, "I do want it noted that the North Korean sanction legislation, we have changed the name. We are going to honor Otto Warmbier who was brutalized and tortured by the Kim regime." South Korean naval vessels have been training alongside the nuclear-powered USS Ronald Reagan. Which can launch up to 90 state-of-the-art warplanes. And it emerged last week nearly 50 American heavy attack helicopters had been brought in to take part in the latest exercises over concerns North Korean special forces could try to invade the South by sea. General Jang Ki-yong-do added, "The latest joint exercise has been an opportunity to further improve the ability to carry out joint operations. The Allies would continue to maintain their strong, joint posture to fight tonight through close cooperation." This week Japan warned the threat from the secretive North, through both nuclear and conventional weapons, had reached a critical and imminent level. Defense Minister Itsunori Onodera told Reuters, "The threat posed by North Korea has grown to the unprecedented, critical and imminent level. Therefore, we have to take calibrated and different responses to meet with that level of threat." Both American and South Korean troops stationed in East Asia have maintained a combat readiness motto of ready to fight tonight in case unpredictable Kim launches a preemptive strike or attempts an invasion of Seoul. This week's naval drills are just the latest in a series of exercises by the Allied forces. American bombers, escorted by stealth fighter jets, have been flying missions in international airspace along the Hermit States border for months. And U.S. commanders recently vowed to continue the sorties, despite the warning by Kim's regime that it reserved the right to shoot them down. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump and the North Korean despot have continued to trade insults and threats. Mr. Trump has previously warned Kim he would totally destroy the North if it dared attack the U.S. or one of its allies. In response, the dictator called the president mentally deranged and said America would pay a dear price for its threats. The Nimitz-class USS Ronald Reagan was deployed to East Asia in May. The 100,000-ton carrier took part in exercises with Japanese forces before sailing to South Korea for the latest round of drills. Last month, Kim's state media service broadcast a clip depicting the destruction of American planes in the USS Carl Vinson.